I'll do it to my computer.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We are
Thank you. Thank you.
live now. Today we are going to be talking about the nonprofit program here with Mark in America. My name is Sheldon Sloan, and I am going to share my screen now with everyone. Let's see what we got here. Can you guys see my screen here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm so excited.
All right. Now, what I would ask is that if you guys have a pen, paper, or anything, just try to take some notes on things. And if you have any questions, just kind of hold those questions until the end, so that I can just try to run through what we do here with a regular nonprofit whenever I do have a nonprofit on. So I'm just going to kind of use Chad as my nonprofit person who's actually going to be on as the nonprofit that's looking to see what we've got going on.
Well, can you do me a favor and use Sequoia? Because I know I'm running to that networking event. So
got you. Okay.
All right.
So Sequoia will use you, if that's okay with you.
I
All
just
right.
want to say, Chad, you look snazzy. All right. That's it. That's it.
All right. All right. Well, like I said before, my name is Sheldon Sloan. I am a executive coordinator with Mark in America and shop.com. I live in Statesville, North Carolina, and I have been with the business since 2014. This is my lovely wife. Her name is Sheila, and she actually goes by Glam and Fab Beauty by Sheila. She is an international makeup artist with Motives Cosmetics. And she was not a makeup artist prior to being a part of the company. She learned about the cosmetics and how they help burn victims in I believe it was in Europe, and how that transformed and helped them to be able to fix their faces and be able to wear makeup so that they could still be able to be beautiful. It was one of those things that kind of touched her heart. And so she looked a little deeper into it and has fell in love with it, and has actually took trainings with celebrity makeup artists, different trainings. And we're supposed to be going to California sometime this year for her to take another training with Danessa Myrick. So she's going to be doing some things here in the future. But that is my lovely wife, Glam and Fab Beauty. And we are the Sloans. What a nonprofit would need in order to become to be eligible, they need to be a 501c3 corporation or a church organization. When I say a church organization, meaning like the ladies auxiliary at the church, or the men's auxiliary at the church, or you may have some type of board that's going on at the church and they want to do their own type of thing. And this could be the avenue that they could use through the church to, bring that together. We also work with schools, like the PTO program at a school is a nonprofit. They are a 501c, 9 times out of 10, they're a 501c because they are working with the school system. And with that being said, I'm going to kind of go on here and move forward here. How they're, let me move this down here so I can make sure I see my screen, all right? All right, you generate thousands of dollars per year in royalties through different organizations that we're dealing with the company. And this is kind of how we can help you out here. You'll follow our simple, straightforward process, getting your NPO started. And when I say NPO, an NPO is a nonprofit organization. So when I say NPO from here on out, because that's the way it's kind of set up in this program, an NPO is a nonprofit program, just like what you have, Sequoia. So just to get your nonprofit organization started, we have to get you set up as an NPO with your shop.com website. We come in. I would be the person that would come in, since I am working with you. I'm telling you now that I'll work with you, and we'll make you guys a success by having you coming in. We'll promote your NPO site, website to your supporters. I can help you with your email list. What I'll do is I can, if you've got an email list, we can get that, get all of those emails put into your database so that we can make sure whenever we send something out, All of those people are connected to you. They don't go anywhere else. We have because we would hate to have me come in and start telling everybody about our great shop.com portal and how we're doing this with shop.com and shop.com and shop.com. And then they just go home and they never registered. And they go, where? To shop.com. They don't go to your MPO site. That's why we have to get them all registered and make sure that they come to you as an MPO. We want to educate your supporters and share their site with their friends and their relatives, so that would help build your customer base as well. Because like I said, they don't have to be a member of your organization or even know who you are. If you can get your supporters to send this out to their friends and their family, they'll be donating and earning cash back and supporting your organization all at the same time. All purchases that are made through the MPO's website will generate both weekly and monthly royalties. Let me move this down here and minimize that. Okay, there we go. All right, and then, there we go. All right, generating royalties. We've got two ways of generating those royalties. Like I said, there's monthly and there's weekly. Now, the monthly royalties, every MA branded product has its own individual royalty associated with it. And 100% of that retail profit, which is collected on every sale on the MPO's website, is also going to you as well. So all of the, these are the two ways that you can earn income through and with the royalties. Now, the weekly royalties, every product sold through the MPOshop.com website has a point value attached to it. There are two different types. It is BV, which is the business volume that's attached to any of our Market America branded products. And then we have our shop.com affiliate program, which generates IBV. And we'll talk a little bit more about both of those as we go through here. Now, this is the kind of a little mock setup of how the website would look for the MPO. When you come in, you'll have your own website. And as the customers come in, as you can see here, it does say yourshop.com. Let me get over here. This will be yourshop.com basically right here. XYZ nonprofit organization. Now, with your customers and your supporters, they can earn up to 50% cash back through Market America and the branded products that they do have with shop.com. Now, like I was saying, up here is where you're going to see your name would go right here as an organization. This would be where we would have your name at. How the MPO monthly royalties are earned is at the end of every month, the virtual account where the additional monthly type royalties are accumulated will be totaled up, and the check for that amount will be mailed directly to the MPO. All we have to do is find out where you want us to mail that check to, and it'll come to you every single month. All right, an example of how we've kind of put things together. This is just a small little thing that we kind of put together on different products that we could use for a fundraiser. And of course, we want them to be consumable items because we want the customer to come back. So any of these, the isotonic products are based on the 30-day product, and any of the other products, of course, as you can see, the shampoo, the dishwashing crystals, the laundry detergent, the Snap fabric softener, all of these are consumable products that are probably going to be used up at the end of the month, if not sooner, depending upon how much you use them. As we look at these, we want you to just to think about the numbers being based off of 200 contributing customers. As we look down here, I put up the numbers between 200 contributing customers. Now, after 1 month of doing this fundraiser that you're telling everybody about with the multivitamin, a vitamin C, the Royal Spa shampoo, the Snap disinfectant, laundry detergent, and the softener, if you get them to buy this package that you have here, it's going to total up in cost for you as an organization This is your cost, $70.20. You're upselling it at cost. Each product goes up, has an upsell to it. These are suggested prices too. And by them being suggested prices, that doesn't mean you have to have it at $24.95. You can sample, go ahead and make it. Of course, if you have it in front of you, you can go ahead and have some stuff in front of you. We can do it at $25 or $30. It just varies between what you want to do. You want to add that shipping and handling to it. That's the way I look at it anyway. But we're just going to base it off of the numbers that we have in front of us. The total royalties off of each one of these would add up to $25.10 per person that is buying from you. And it will also give you 40.50 BV. So if we look down here at the bottom, we see the contributing members, they'll have that 25.10 BV. If we have 200 people contributing and they buy that and they spend that much, that's 5,000 BV right there. So that turns into that $1,500 check that would be sent to them at the end of the month. That's a beautiful thing when you look at it. If you've got 200 supporters, and then we got to also remember that they don't just also get that BV, they also get that retail. We'll look back down here. So on top of the $1,500, they just made $8,100 before they got the $1,500. Now, if you don't think that that's a good lump sum of money for a nonprofit, I don't know what kind of nonprofit you're working with. There's some that make a lot of money and this is a drop in the bucket to them. But even those nonprofits know that this is something, if they've got that many contributors, they're going to have way more than 200 contributors if they've got that much money coming through. So this is really a no-brainer. You're just asking people to switch over their products that they normally use. If they use Tide, we're asking you to switch over to the Snap product for just a little bit and see how you like it. Try it out. Support us real quick. And then we have, if you take a multivitamin or any type of vitamins, switch over to our vitamins real quick. Try it out. Be a supporter. And this is how we work with the nonprofits to get them to start understanding that. Now, like I said, the requirements are you must be a current 501c3 corporation. You have to submit a copy of your information to the company, have it qualified by Market America, and know that you would have a qualified Market America unfranchised distributor like myself or any of the other distributors that are on the call today to show you how to run this. And of course, that's what we do. And that is all at no charge to you. We just want to keep it simple, begin choosing a few household items, garden purchases, things for your health, cosmetics, beauty aids, personal care, and then for your back to school clothes, your jewelry, flowers, gifts. We've got a little bit of everything with 35,000 products and services and over 4,000 partner stores that we deal with. I think we have a little bit of everything for everyone. If you need tires for your car, we can find that. If you need toilet paper in your home, we can find that. So we've got everything from tires to toilet paper here with shop.com. This is what we call our home shopping list. We would like to have all of your customers that maybe we come in and do a fundraiser where we get your main board members at first, because we've got to get a core group of people together for you so we can see how things are going to work for you guys and just test it out and see what your core group likes. Because if your core group likes these products, I'm pretty sure that the masses are going to be around the same in your core group. So what we do is we bring in this home shopping list. And as you can see, we have internet capabilities. Do you have the internet, personal or e-commerce with your website, water filters in your home? These kitchen supplies, this is that you use. Do you use any of these supplies? All you do is just check what you use. What do you use? As you check off what you use, we will see that on the flip side, all of these will have a Market America branded product that we can switch over to. And you can utilize this product. And all we're trying to do is get your supporters to try the biggest value to you type of products. Of course, they can go to Walmart and buy what they normally buy. But what we're trying to do for the nonprofit is gain the most traffic, gain the biggest BV check that we can get for you guys. So we want them to buy the branded product, of course. And as we continue here, we've got, okay. Our goal is to be able to provide your supporters, with the convenience of internet shopping, access to most anything that a person could need, fast access to the best prices. With Shop Buddy, it's kind of a thing that we do have with the company where as long as they've got it downloaded, we have them to download Shop Buddy. Anytime they go on Google looking for something, if they find it, Shop Buddy will pop up, giving them alert. Hey, do you want to earn cash back? Which will let them know, hey, do you want to donate to your favorite organization? And then they can click on that. It'll take them to where they can find it at through your website and still get that cash back for it. We've got coupons and discounts that you can get on, earning up to 50% cash back on every purchase that they're making. That's huge if you really think about it. Just to be able to get a return on every dollar that you use is huge. And the safety and security, because we are a Better Business Bureau accredited company. We have won the Torch Award twice, which is one of the highest honors that you can get from the Better Business Bureau. And here we have, I know you've been hearing me talk about partner stores and the things that we're affiliated with. Like I said, we do have a little over 4,000 partner stores that we're affiliated with. As you can see, some of the bigger names: Expedia, Travelocity, hotels.com. My wife and I use booking.com, and we travel a lot. Booking.com is another one. It's not on here, but booking.com is something that we use. And my wife has now got what we call they call it a genius package, where she gets even 20% more off of the site because of her frequency of orders. Of course, we do a lot of traveling. Of course, you can see Home Depot is on here for those people who are building right now. If you know somebody who's got something, home projects that they're working on, Home Depot is a great one. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have someone that's been to JCPenney's or Kohl's. I'm a Michael Kors fan. My wife is a Michael Kors fan. Of course, I try to keep her off of that, but she's a Michael Kors fan. Overstock.com is something huge that I would tell you guys to check out if you haven't checked it out. And Groupon. Groupon has some great deals as well. The one thing that I do want to feature here is what we have is called Raise.com. It is a place where you can go and get coupons and e-cards. Basically, if you say you want to go to Walmart and do some shopping, well, Walmart does already give you cash back, but why not get more cash back by going to Raise.com first and getting a $100 gift card to Walmart for maybe $95? It's $5 that you're saving, but then on top of that, you get to go to Walmart through your back office, through your portal, and be able to buy from Walmart as well and get more cash back. So it just kind of saves you money it's a double cash back to me. We call it double dipping. And as a nonprofit, we do ask if you know of any other nonprofits, if you lead us to a nonprofit that is qualified and would like to start their NPO with us, and we can help them as well. We place that nonprofit directly under you as a nonprofit, which will in turn have the flow of their BV and IBV flow through your nonprofit, which will help your nonprofit gain those checks even faster, because you're going to benefit from everything that nonprofit that you told me about to go talk to. And we'll have you guys sit down with us with that nonprofit, and we definitely would put them directly under you so that you would have that flow up to your business as well. This is just a short preview of what we do as Market America and shop.com. My name is Sheldon Sloan, and if you guys have any questions, this would be the time for us to get those going. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And like I said, if you have any questions, I'm here for you.
Great presentation, Sheldon.
Yes, thank you, Sheldon. Great presentation.
All right, my brother. I am again, as always, at what I see when what we have.
Mhm.
You answered the question for me that I was going to ask you, which is why in the world would another nonprofit want to turn this? But when you said how they connected and that can actually help grow their nonprofit with the efforts of another nonprofit, I think it's genius.
Yeah.
To have that. So Yeah, interesting, man. Appreciate
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go
As
right ahead.
far as getting their dividends, do they have to get a check or can they have direct deposit? Do they have
What
to?
is no, they can get a check. I mean, I don't know.
Can
They
they get
don't.
direct deposit?
Yes, it just like how you get your money, they get theirs the same way.
Oh, okay.
Same way. It's I mean it's
it. Right. So
basically
you gotta have a account on file.
yep.
Have an account on file.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it. It's just it's basically whoever is the primary person over the nonprofit. That's what we asked you in the beginning. Where do you want us to send the check to?
The
That's it.
treasury.
If that's where you want us to send it to, you give us those numbers and that person's name, and we'll do it from there. We basically Market America handles all of that. I don't get your banking information. It's the company. That's a corporate company that's handling all of that. And only thing we have to do with them, they have to just send in their paperwork showing that they are a 501c3. And once we have that paperwork and they sign and say that they want us to do that, they've got it. Their site will be operational same day.
I have another question. How are the promotionals done? Have you done this? You've done this in the past, correct?
Yes, I've done a few.
What did you do? Flyers, cards? Do you show them how to use Facebook? How is all of that handled?
Well, I mean, it depends on how they run their organization as well. If they've already got a Facebook page, we run with what they've got. If they want to do a community event where they have me come in or you come in or, Chad come in, whoever's coming in, whoever's going to be sponsoring them, you will be responsible for facilitating their events. You just have to show up though. You have to have the information. You have to have the know-how. What are you going to do for them? Because they don't know. They have no idea what they want to do. So if whatever you specialize in, we want to build around what you specialize in. So when you walk in the door, you have knowledge of topics. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like I was telling Sequoia before, that we did a fundraiser for one of the nonprofits, and we were doing jewelry with the layered jewelry. And what we had done, we had found 10 items for less than $99 for Mother's Day or for Valentine's Day, or those types of deals where you're giving something for the ladies or things of that nature, for birthdays and whatnot. But these promotions were for like Valentine's and Mother's Day. You can pick out 10 items. You may have a $40 item. You may have a $99 item, but they're all under $99. And you put them on the flyer, and it's a digital flyer that we had put together, and we sent it out to their supporters. Like we were saying, I was saying with Sequoia, it does. If they're not willing to work with you, you need to know that in the beginning, because if they're not going to work with you with their email list, they don't want you to come in and promote something, then they're probably not going to do well. It would be a lot on you, and you'll be frustrated. So don't not work with them. I'm not saying not to work with them, but don't put all your efforts and your mind power into them, because if they're not going to, it's just like a business partner. These nonprofits are business partners that give you access to hundreds or thousands of people, because once you explain OPC3 to someone at a one of the vendor at a vendor table, they may do a vendor thing where you come in and bring a couple people with you, and you explain OPC3 to somebody. They're like, I've never heard of that. What is this? And how did they do that? And you're just like, well, I mean, I'm a part of the company. Is it a way for me to be a part of the company? Well, sure. Yeah. Who would I talk to about that? Me. You don't have anybody. The nonprofit doesn't sign up people. They don't sign up anybody. They can't sign up anyone. They're getting a free website. So all traffic goes through you as the unfranchised owner. This is one thing that it helps me to stay focused, because that's one thing that I have I mean, it's been a good thing for me, even though some of the nonprofits may not do what need to be done. Once you learn and you meet some of the contacts that they do introduce you to, they become interested in the products and the business. And so therefore you have a way to kind of bring them into the fold. I mean, and if they've got any customers through that nonprofit, you can have them come in and work with you, and you basically going to place that person underneath the nonprofit as well, and they're going to help benefit that nonprofit as well. It's just because all BV does what? Flows up. Every business partner that you get, they're going to end, if you put them on your right leg, if that's where your nonprofit is at, that's going to flow up. If you have it on the left leg, if you put a partner underneath that, it's going to flow up. It's the same as having a business partner. And it just flows up, and you help you help them by adding partners and people to your team.
So
it's already easy because they already have nonprofits connected. They usually have other nonprofits connected to them, so it's easier for the flow.
Yeah, it really is. If you got a nonprofit that is in the community, and they know other nonprofits that they can introduce you to, and they're vouching for you. They're vouching for you already. So you're already in the door with the next nonprofit, which makes it easier with everyone that they refer you to. Because once you've got 4 and 5 people that this nonprofit already knows, these other 4 that are already working with you, they're gonna go full force. What you want, the email list? What you need? What else you need? What else? What you want to do a fundraiser? They'll be ready and primed, but I'm trying to get them to get the ones that I got right now to come together. So
okay. So I just thought about something too. So not only can your supporters support your nonprofit with their spending, but when they get actually a whiff of the business itself, they can become a partner of the nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Say that one
like
time,
that's big. I know. Your brain went to referrals. I went to turning a donor or a supporter into a partner of the nonprofit with a BV that way as a unfranchised owner.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. Like, wow.
When you really, I got a question.
Oh, go ahead, Carl.
Love the hand, Carl.
So does the nonprofit have any kind of requirements?
The only requirement that they have is to be a 501c3, and every single year they have to make one purchase. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So there's no else. It's all just wins for the nonprofit.
I mean,
all wins.
If that one person, if that one order is going to break you, that's the only thing that could hurt you. That's it. That's the only L you take right there. And the time it takes for me to talk to you right now, you take the time to get me your information that lets me know that you're a nonprofit. The time it takes you to wait on me to send that to corporate and them to say, oh, okay, we see you. And boom, there's your website. Boom. That's your L right there. And if that's an L to you, then that's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, if
so
go ahead.
I got a more specific one for me.
Okay.
I've heard Robin in the nonprofit niche of Market America talking about how they work with web centers. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to, when I heard free website, I thought I was talking about Oasis website. Are we talking about the shop.com website?
They get a shop.com website, and they also get what we don't have. They get an exclusive MA's website. They have, it's just nothing but Market America products on there. And like if you hit layered, it'll show you layered. If you hit vitamins, it'll show you all the vitamins. It will not take you to Kohl's or any other store, Walmart, none of that. So this is what we tried when I tried to pitch to every nonprofit. We don't need to show everybody the full site first. The first site we need to show them is the exclusive site. We got to spoon feed your audience now, because if you give them a big old piece of cake, a lot of them gonna try to go eat that big piece of cake, and then they're gonna get full and they're gonna be like, I don't want no more cake.
Right.
So if you give them just what you want them to see, It's the same thing
Right.
in the industry. If you get on the news, they tell you what they want you to know. So therefore, you're going to go where they tell you to go. You're going to buy what they tell you to buy. And if you're a supporter, you're definitely going to do what they're asking you to do. And then after you bought into, you've tried the OPC3, you've tried your multivitamin, and you see the difference. The digestive enzymes, this is huge. Those are the little sample products that we have. Bliss, these different products that we do have with the company that actually work quickly are great whenever you're going into one of these nonprofits and you're going to try to show them what they can have and what we can do for them. For the board members, of course, you want to throw out some Bliss. You want to throw some digestive enzymes out there so that they can get a chance to try the products. And these are products that you're supposed to be buying anyway to support your business. So, and it's you that's gonna benefit from the nonprofit doing this. So it's just like you're just looking at this like instead of being one person and one customer, you got 100. I mean,
Right. It makes sense.
I mean,
I don't know if you broke up, but I was trying to figure out the connection for web centers with the nonprofits.
well, I mean, with web, it's not a real connection with web centers. It's the website that you get, the exclusive Market America site. If they want to get a website built, they can, and they can get it at the same cost that you get it at, instead of having to pay the astronomical prices. You know, you're going to be working with them. You're not going to hit the church in the head for the $2,000, $4,000 website. You're going to, the church is going to get it, they're going to get it at cost, whatever, because.
And then they get the BV on that site that they get built.
Yeah. That when they pay in their monthlies, it goes into there. Of course, it goes right into there to their
royalty check.
Yeah, that royalty check. And it, like I said, once it builds up, the check gets cut. You understand what I'm saying? They got a right leg and a left leg, but what every purchase does, it's like it's an alternating purchase. This I might purchase today, you might purchase tomorrow. Sequoia purchases the next day. Carl is purchasing the next day, and then 3 or 4 people are all purchasing the same day, but all 3 of those orders will alternate to each leg. It doesn't alternate.
But I think the biggest connection, and if I'm a fill in the blank, because I've already worked with nonprofits with my traditional, digital marketing agency, is they don't know how to market.
Right.
And so when they come around us and they have a web center owner that can work with them to market them, that helps get them more donors, supporters.
Yes.
And when they pay,
about to get used for that purpose. What he's about to say.
And when they get a service, well, they getting that BV for the service we provide.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know they've been trying to bring us into that conversation with nonprofit. I just didn't know how. And I had like 3 or 4 clients that were nonprofits that I did traditionally before I partnered with Market America that saw the business plan. They just didn't have time to do all the things that need to be done. I built their websites. Yeah, I built their websites outside of Market America, so they didn't get no volume for that, BV for that. But now they can when they work with me.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and that's where with people like yourself, like with me, if I run into a nonprofit, because I don't really deal with the web centers like that yet. I'm going to get my own, but I don't have it yet. So for that purpose, I would have to sub that out to you, whatever the church has to pay or the organization has to pay for your services. That's what they got to pay. That's not me. It doesn't come out of my pocket, and it doesn't go in my pocket. But I need your service, so therefore I have no choice but to sub it out to somebody. So therefore, it's just another way for us to make more income as well.
Right, and I can actually forward that volume back into y'all too. By the way, I don't know if you knew that.
I've heard that that's how we could do it, but that don't happen too often. But see, that's what the brothers do. That's how we do. Yeah.
That's cool.
My brother.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to kind of, because I know that's one of the biggest hangups with nonprofits when I've worked with them outside of MA was they don't know how to market and get more donors.
Right.
And so if they had a campaign that showed them how to use the site to use that jury and the things you're talking about, we do all the social media management, all that kind of stuff to get that. Now it makes more sense for them to work with us because now y'all bringing us to the conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that volume goes up with in addition to that.
I'm gonna say my nonprofit right now, they're focused on back to school, so it's a good time to have a
Okay.
donation, like, list going of back to school products. That's pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, if you look at the different like Target and Walmart, they're doing. Me personally, I want to find whoever's giving me the most the most IBV, of course. That's what I
Right.
want to look to first, and pick out from that spot only. I mean, and we've got to do this because the organization's not going to do it. They're not going to go
Exactly.
into and look at who's got the most IBV. They're not going to do it. It's just not going to happen. So
Right.
this is where that weight falls on you.
Yeah.
It is work. You
Right.
will have to do some work, but the benefit of that work is tremendous. I mean, if you really think about it, instead of having to put, because you got to do that with individual people that you meet, like one
Right.
business partner that you sign up, you've got to show them this back office. You've got to walk them through every single step of this. I would rather walk 100 people through it than just one. That's what I'm trying to, that's where I'm trying to get to. And I
11.
just want to make
Right.
sure that I keep it to the point where I'm not overwhelming myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why it's just like finding your two partners. When you get you one good nonprofit, don't thin yourself out. Don't go looking for another one. Work
Right.
on that one for like 90 days. Find somebody
Right.
that's within the organization that's feeling you and is going to work with you. That could be your go-to person that becomes that business partner in the future. Because if you work with that nonprofit the right way for 90 days, that's just like working with your business partner that you brought in for 90 days, and then you start letting them show it. Start letting them do it because they know what it is now. You don't have to work as hard.
Right.
Because you're showing somebody how to do it. And that's the whole point behind, you got to make sure that you're training them up to be able to withstand what's coming to them. And another thing, Chad, I had an idea to try to set up a team that, I mean, of course it's going to have to be something that people would be willing to do, but like I said, I can help with facilitation of things like this, the first initial meeting, showing everybody about the nonprofit. We have a e-commerce team that helps us out with all of the marketing. Chad heads up our marketing division with our nonprofits, and he helps to get all of the websites going. So if you guys need a website, we'd get you involved with Chad to help get your website running right. Get you the search optimization, all of that stuff that Chad knows, the SEOs and the EIAs and whatever.
ABC 1, 2, 3.
ABCDs.
Right.
I don't know
Yeah,
it, but he does.
Just to help their donors actually be able to like turn this around for them a lot easier without them having to do all the hands-on. Because if we can get a marketing campaign that shows them how to do this stuff for them, then they hands down will be all in. You know what I mean?
Right.
I have another question. Is there a minimum amount of supporters that they need to really make a difference? Say, for instance, there's a nonprofit and they only have 20 members. Is that feasible, or is that just not enough? Or if it's a small church or something.
No, it none of that matters as far as how many supporters that they do have, because you like I said before, I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies.
Yep.
I tell you that every single time, because those people that are supporting you, they know people. They have people. The people that support you have followers. I'll put it to you like that, because if I'm gonna support you, that means you got my fan base. I got 5,000 people on my Instagram. I mean, on my Facebook. I got a couple thousand on my other pages. So it's like I'm supporting you. I'm gonna throw you out there to all of them. And so hopefully somebody's gonna pick up.
I think the answer to that question even more so is having 20 people get their hands on what we're offering can expand that nonprofit's organization if they use it right with amongst their 20. Because the word of mouth is going to be everything, especially the word of mouth is not, and this is what I love about the nonprofit, it's not about what we're doing right now is still about their cause at the end of the day. Like the nonprofit's cause. They just leveraging us to help their cause, you know what I'm saying, be more viable.
Yep.
Like that's, but it's still all about their cause at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and like I told every nonprofit that I've worked with, I'm like, I'm here for you to use me, and I want to be used. I know you guys don't hear that very often from your supporters, and there's not a lot of people that say, call me anytime. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm that one that's calling you right now and telling you, if it's this right here you need help with, I'll do that. I got you. If you asking me to give you some money, this is how I'm gonna get it for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me to come out and do a DJ party for you, because that's what I do for free. That's not what we here for. I help you if we working as an organization and we're doing this and we're doing that, and you're showing me that you're here as a nonprofit and you're working with me to build your organization, and I can see that you're really doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna come out there and I'm gonna bring everything I got. We're gonna be there. We'll do it all day long. Not a dollar. You know, but that's what I do. And as franchise owners, we all have a link to someone in your city that can help you with the same. Like, I know I can't help everybody in Dallas with the DJ part because I'm here in North Carolina, but I'm sure you guys know a DJ. You may have to come up off a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying, and maybe invest in some small speakers and things of that nature. I can help people if you're looking to build up a small set to where you can have somebody come in and do a plug and play event. I can tell you what type of event equipment to buy so that you can have that equipment in your stable to cut your cost. You know what I'm saying? As a nonprofit, that's what I do. I give advice on my specialties. That's all I can give you is advice on my specialties. But I have other people that specialize in whatever we need help with.
Definitely love it. But yeah, this is very informative. I know I missed a little bit, but I'm gonna run it back. But yeah, I'm glad you're doing this, man, because again, I know that we have people in our community that have organizations that need this to help fund their organizations that need this. So I know you had ran in with the young lady and she nickel and diamond, but she obviously didn't understand the scope of why this is so necessary.
Exactly.
I think one of the biggest things that I'm doing with the debt shredder financial side of things with this concept is knowing that if you have a supporter that's spending $500 a month out of their household, that's a percentage that can go back into your organization as far as royalties goes. You know what I'm saying? Because of using this system. Like they're circulating dollars in their household that can be ultimately paying back to you and your organization through the support for your organization because they're using our system. You see what I'm saying? Like to me, that's
from the shopping
key.
that they do.
Yeah, that's the circulation of their dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'll tell a person
the shopping that I do helps nonprofit.
Yes.
Like when I run your numbers for Debt Shredder, I say pull out your bank statement. Let me see where your money going, and let's put that money back in your pocket. Like same thing with nonprofit. Where is people's money going? It should be going back into your organization as a support system with this what we had to bring to the table, so they don't have to go and do anything additional like money on the jewelry. It's a good pitch. That's cool. But what about the other things they're buying money or spending money on? They can be going back into the business if you learn how to use the site. Teach them how to use the site. You know what I mean? So I feel like that to me is a big piece of this puzzle that they missing out on if they're not looking at this the right way. A nonprofit, everybody circulating dollars out their household, that money can be piece that can be supporting your operation or your organization or whatever. If you learn how to leverage this. So I really like what I'm hearing, and it's opened up my eyes to talk to more people.
Pardon me, Sheldon, I know this was recorded. How can I get access to the recording?
I am going to I'm going to upload it here. I recorded it to my computer. I'm gonna go ahead and stop my recording now since we've got that going. And